Hi, I'm David Fifield, the General Manager for the Hunt franchise. Today we're going to run you through some highlights of our new user interface. Overall, we are always striving to improve based on community sentiment, survey results, engagement data, and our own long hours of play. To put it plainly, our old system grew in incremental steps out of short-term necessity and rapid update, repair, and repeat cycles. Over time, it's become less intuitive and more complicated and overwhelming for new players to engage and learn. Redundant pages and scattered frameworks changing from one screen to the next have been showing their age for a while. The need to streamline that process into something that feels easier and more natural to navigate was important to us. We are committed to creating an experience that is accessible and more intuitive for all our players across PC and console platforms. Since Hunt Showdown was originally designed for and launched on PC, there have been clear challenges in place from the beginning for console players. Addressing these issues has been the biggest goal of the overhaul. Another important point was to remove or pause features that have not added enough value to make room for reworks and new functionality. Crafting a scalable UI framework that facilitates growth with consistent control and navigation has been central to the rework. To better service the console player base, we prioritized a minimalist approach. Key screens are built on proven and tested patterns from other cross-platform apps and products. This new version offers a more consistent navigation experience and better information architecture. Overall, the most important change has been the removal of the console cursor. Directional pad navigation replaces the stick-driven cursor of the old UI. You are now able to navigate the entirety of all available options with the up, down, left, and right buttons or directional keys. We've also added an actions menu tray so that controller players have access to shortcuts and actions more readily without a need to point and click. PC players can use directional keys, shortcuts, or just use the cursor and mouse click to access whatever components they want. Additionally, we're refining the visual presentation to better showcase hunters, gear, and stats. Everything is better tied together and more consistent for a less confusing experience. As mentioned before, part of the process of this rebuild was to identify which features should be removed, not just from the interface, but from the product altogether. The first to discuss is quest lines, which have already been paused since the spring of last year. While promising at first, they were too expensive to maintain and trailed off into dormancy in favor of events and battle passes. Experiments are being considered for smaller challenges and chase items to run in parallel or between events, but we will not be returning to the old quest lines layout or systems. The second is the entire library tab, which includes the monster and weapon books along with mastery tracking systems. We are working on replacement systems for progress tracking or rewards related to weapons and monsters, but those will not be online for the August launch. The next feature being removed from both the UI and the entire product is Trials Mode. Over the years, Trials Mode has seen very low engagement rates and has even been tracked in data as a contributing factor for players quitting the game completely. The bespoke rewards for cosmetics and blood bonds that exist in Trials Mode are being reassigned to other progression-based challenges, such as prestige or other challenges yet to be revealed. And last on the cut list is the Black Market feature. While the black market provided some interesting alternatives to acquire deeply discounted cosmetics, it has been found to be too confusing and more of a bother than a quality feature. In its place, we will simply put more items on discount through the direct store page, which can be more easily found by filtering for discounts without the added gate of a sequential list. Now let's dive into some of the new features that you can look forward to. To start, we've simplified hunter recruitment and roster management based on volumes of player feedback. The recruitment process itself is being more unified with a clear choice to either recruit a free hunter with a single trait and some basic contraband weapons, or pay 100 hunt dollars to hire a more veteran hunter with 3 traits and no weapons. A host of hunter skins previously recruited at tier 2 or 3, and many new and reworked versions are now being given bespoke names and will function in the same way current legendary hunters do. These newly named and updated hunters can be unlocked for recruitment via bloodline and prestige rewards, specific challenges, and blood bond purchase. Once unlocked, they can be hired and rehired for hunt dollars with the same systems in place for the current legendary hunters, which are being reclassified as just hunters with varying degrees of rarity and visual complexity. The new UI features both a simple carousel and grid view, which allows for 39 hunters to be shown at the same time, as well as scrolling for larger rosters. The traits menu has been improved by allowing more traits to be visible in a grid view, with all trait icons now consistently displayed with the option of favoriting your preferred traits. Some new mechanics and a glossary are being developed to better explain classification of traits such as burn traits and scarce traits. Dennis will be back in another video with more details on these in the coming weeks. As mentioned earlier, the long requested filter for favoriting is being carried across more menus. This greatly speeds up finding and selecting your favorite hunters, traits, gear, and loadouts quickly. Our new store will make browsing for new cosmetics smoother, with neatly contained sections and filters so that you can find what you're looking for more quickly. For added convenience, our new Actions menu flyout provides quick access to critical features for both PC and console players. It reduces the number of clicks and button pushes needed to get where you're wanting to go or take actions on selected items. Great care has been taken to enhance the visual design, highlighting the game's art and reducing overall UI complexity. And lastly for today, we've implemented a new health bar respec. Since we removed any blood bond cost to respec the health bars, the feature has been used exponentially more often. The clear pain point of having to confirm each bar as you respect them has been corrected. The further common request of being able to just pre-configure them for all recruited hunters is not yet available, but is being considered for the future. We can't wait for you all to experience the new UI for yourselves. We sincerely hope it is a substantial improvement, especially for our console players who've long endured the awkwardness of driving a cursor with a gamepad controller. We've got plenty more new information to share in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for more video and social channel updates.